I've got 8 weeks to get into the best shape of my life. Now, first things first, I'm overweight still. I'm not as heavy as I used to be, but I'm still carrying too much body fat. And the challenge for this week is to only consume calories using liquids. I'm setting myself challenges because I feel like each week it brings something different. It means one, I have to be creative in what I'm actually having, consuming, etc. Two, it keeps me locked in, keeps me on my toes. I've got to think about what I'm going to do. I've got to think about the next step. I've got to think about, actually, I'm struggling here. What needs to change? So first thing on the agenda is to weigh myself. I need to know what weight I'm starting at so I can correctly track the weight that I'm losing throughout this challenge. As you can see, 89 kilos. I'm going to start by just getting drinks for the day, and then we'll decide on what I actually like, what I don't like, what I think will be good for the rest of the week, and go from there. We are so under the calories. I'm pretty sure the goal was for me to consume about 1,700 calories. From what I've scanned, we are at 1,204 calories. And to me, it looks like I've got quite a lot per day. So unless I add something like orange juice or some sort of juice into it, I don't see the need to get any more. Let me take you through what we're gonna have each day. In terms of water, the minimum is at least 2 of these bottles, at least. The reason why it's only 2 bottles, 1 litre of water, is because I'm consuming liquids the whole time. So I feel like I don't need to drink too much water because everything's liquid anyway. The next thing I'm gonna have is a yogurt drink. Yes, this counts, it is a drink. It's the Yeo Valley ones. I've got blueberry and I've got mango and passion fruit. I'm only gonna have 1 a day. I've got 3 of these ones, I've got 2 of those. So across the next 5 days, I'll get through all 5 of them. I wanna be having 2 of these every single day. These are protein lattes from Aldi, 20 gram protein in each cup. Between both of them, it's 250 calories. So really not bad for your calories. Bit of caffeine, bit of protein, can't complain. Now the main bulk of my protein comes from these shakes. These are the best tasting shakes I've ever had. They're no sponsor, no nothing like that. I swear to God, for goodness shakes, oh my days, they are so nice. And the 50 gram ones, even better. And something to help me if I start feeling hungry, Coke Zero, particularly the cherry one, just because I prefer the cherry one more. It's not Coke, it's Pepsi Max. So yeah, one thing I am hoping for with all of this dairy is to not be on the toilet constantly. This is a reminder, this is week 1 of the challenge. There will be 8 weeks total, meaning there will be 8 different videos of me trying to lose weight. Each week is going to have a different theme. So this week was liquid calories only. Next week will be something different. So make sure you subscribe so you keep up to date with the new videos that are coming in the upcoming weeks. And so it begins. I'm a little bit hungry. I haven't eaten anything yet, obviously. Chin chin. They taste incredible. I promise you, the taste of these shakes, immense. Another thing you should know is that I work full time. Every single day I'm going to work. There's no way of me avoiding this, so I'm doing the challenge alongside going to work every single day. Typically I would also be training on these days. However, I was just recovering from an illness. I also had a sore knee, so I couldn't really do a lot with it. Hence I didn't train this week. I'm about to head out to work, and while I was sat there watching Reacher, I decided to have my protein coffee, bit of energy, right? I also drank a bottle of water. So my business with the toilet has probably been moved forward today because of the amount of liquid I've just consumed. I still actually have all of this that I'm taking to work with me. So we got protein shake, another coffee, I got the yogurt drink, bottle of water, and the 2 cherry Pepsis. So there's still a lot of drink to be drunk. 6 drinks that I can drink, and if I want more water I can have more water. If I want more Pepsi Max I can have more Pepsi Max, and I'm still only on just over 1,200 calories. Most days on the way to work I have the protein coffee. This is something that I repeat pretty much every single day. It gives me a bit of an extra energy buzz from the caffeine, and I'm also just getting the extra protein in on the way to work. I have just got in from work. I have Pepsi that I decided to drink on the way home, just as a drink to have to keep me awake more than anything. I'm quite tired, but I'm not hungry, which is positive. I thought that because it was 1,200 calories, maybe I'd be more hungry. But I think because of the amount of volume I've been having, the amount of drink that's been going into my stomach, I haven't really felt hungry. Right now I'm on the border, you know, you're a bit peckish, you could have a snack. I'm going to finish this, and I have 1 bottle of water left, which I'm going to take up to bed with me. I feel like I've eaten a meal somewhere because I shouldn't be this satisfied in terms of a hunger level, having only had 1,200 calories. I am tired, so I'm going to go to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It's day 2 of my liquid diet challenge, and I feel good. I'm a little bit thirsty, but I haven't had anything yet because we've got to weigh first. But I feel good, man. Considering it's 1,200 calories, if I had eaten that, I would have been very hungry yesterday. There would have been times where I just wanted to eat food. Usually when I come home, I want to have a snack, I want to eat chocolate, whatever it might be. I didn't feel like that yesterday. Yesterday I weighed in at 89 exact. So let's just see what happens this time. 88.4, 0.6 is a big drop. Usually it's just a few hundred grams. 0.6 is big. If that continues, we're looking at a fairly big chunk in terms of weight loss. The time currently is 8:10. I don't feel like having calories yet. I feel like just delaying it a little bit, maybe having it later in the day. In terms of maybe about midday is when I'll start. I'm going to drink water. Got to get through this half a bottle. I'll probably have another bottle in the time leading up to midday. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. It's positive. I did just catch myself thinking about food. I decided to go to the toilet because I needed the toilet. There was a rat in the toilet. I won't mind. I actually walked in there. This is what happened, right? I open the door and I see something just scurry, right? I thought, because our toilet there is by a door, right? And sometimes a leaf might get under the door. I thought, oh, it happened that fast. Oh, that's it. It could have been a leaf. It could have been a leaf that's gone there. But it kind of looked like it moved. So let me have a look. I went like this, I swear. I looked round, you know, the toilet scrubber. Looked round the toilet scrubber. Why am I seeing this thing running round, bruv? Why does it exist? Why do these creatures exist? They're disgusting. And yet I've got one in the fucking toilet now. The only drink I now want is alcohol. But we're not going to do that. I did catch myself thinking about food. I decided I wanted flatbreads because I make amazing flatbreads. The good news is I don't have any. And on top of that, even better news is, probably just means I'm hungry. So I'm going to have a shake and I'm going to try not to worry about the fucking rat that's living in my toilet now. There was a spider in there. That spider's been like resident spider of the downstairs toilet for probably a year now. He comes and goes as he pleases, but he never gets in my fucking way. He always keeps in his own lane. And because of that reason, I ain't squashed him. Never, you know, causes problems for me. A rat causes big problems. Let me not deal with that again. I rebuke it from my life. I don't want it. It can leave. My days are largely the same. So rather than rambling on, making the video super long with just the same stuff over and over again, I'm going to just cut out a lot of stuff now. So we're going to end up seeing pretty much the end of the day, then into the start of the day, maybe a few bits here and there, then back to the end of the day. Get through it nice and quick. There's no need for you to watch a load of nonsense. In the gap between the start of the day and the end of the day, I'm probably at work. I haven't felt hungry, but I've been missing the taste of food, like something solid to eat. All I want is to munch my flatbreads. But again though, I'm not hungry. I've eaten more food in a day, more calories in a day, and I felt hungrier than this. So I suppose the volume of liquid in my stomach is going a long way in terms of not making me hungry. Who knows what will be down in the morning. Maybe I'll even have abs. Either that or I'm going to try and weigh myself on the scale. There's going to be a rat on it just doing 6 million push-ups. Good morning. It's day 3 of only having liquid calories. As you just saw, I am now 88.7 kilos, which from yesterday is actually a 0.6 kilo drop. So again, a pretty big drop. So within the first 2 days, I'm already down 1.3 kilos. Being very, very aggressive in terms of a diet. This, so far, is the easiest and quickest way I've ever gone about dieting. I'm not going to sit here and say that you should do this. I'm not going to say this is the best way to diet. I'm just saying for me, this is the easiest that I've ever found being in a calorie deficit. You know, most people usually will only drop a kilo a week being aggressive. I've dropped over a kilo in only 2 days. I will say my energy levels also feel quite good. I don't feel lethargic. I don't feel tired. I feel like whatever's going to happen today is something I can deal with, both physically and mentally. My head doesn't feel like it's a bunch of fog. Overall, this is probably going as good as it could go. I'm back from work. Today I'm hungry. Like, I could eat food right now. I'm not gonna. It's the whole point of the challenge. I'm not gonna do it, but I could eat food right now. I've still got a shake left, but other than the shake, I've just got waters and Pepsi Max that I can fill up on, essentially. I am gonna treat myself. I'm gonna have a strawberry milkshake. Like, I could absolutely destroy a Domino's pizza right now, but what I really want is burgers. I want burgers. But yeah, definitely hungry today. Final thoughts on the day. There is a sandwich in the fridge. It's tuna and sweet corn. I don't eat that shit. I want to eat it. I think my body just wants bread. But again, I'm not particularly hungry. I think I'm just craving the taste of it. Hopefully we wake up in the morning. Another over half a kilo down. Here's to tomorrow. Chin chin. 87.2. We're another half a kilo down today, which is absolutely ridiculous rate of weight loss. Total so far is 1.8 kilos down in 4 days. Technically 3 days. This is only the start of the 4th day. So in 3 days, we're 1.8 kilos down, which honestly is absolutely ridiculous how fast that is. As a bit of a disclaimer, I just do this to experiment on myself. I'm not saying that you should do it. I'm not saying that this is what you need to do to lose weight. It's not. You just need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. This is merely an experiment to see how my body reacts and how well this method works. I'm not telling you to do it. I know I've been banging on about this now, and I'm repeating myself over and over again. I want bread. I want to eat bread, bro. Like, flatbreads, they're calling me. Flatbreads are calling me big time. Obviously, I can't eat them yet. I just know Saturday, them flatbreads, they're going to slap different, I promise you. But for now, we're still on the liquids. So again, I'm going to start my day, protein. I have coffee, so protein coffee. That's how we're going to start the day again. It's not actually taking a lot of restraint. It's not a lot of discipline to continue with this diet. I just have that feeling of wanting to eat the bread, wanting to actually physically eat something, which is, it's as expected, to be honest. But the hunger level, I'm not really getting hungry. This is the thing. Like, I'll get a bit peckish, but then I have a bunch of water, I have a Coke, well, a Pepsi Max, I have my shake, whatever it might be, and then I feel okay again. So going well, to be honest, going very well. If this ends up working well for me, I'd definitely consider doing it again. As I said earlier, my typical daytime would consist of me going to the gym. As already stated, I haven't been able to go this week. So this is what my daytime has looked like. I've just been having my drinks as I've felt hungry or as I need them. And I've just been playing games. So as you can see, not active at all. And we're still achieving this level of weight loss. Honestly, I've probably started my 8 weeks of challenges with probably the easiest challenge I will have. The main thing I just want to do is physically eat something. That is it. I'm feeling quite tired today. I think that's just an accumulation of getting up early, going to bed late the last few days. So I don't think that's anything to do with the diet. I'm not concerned about tomorrow. Tomorrow is just going to be a replica of what's happened over the last 4 days. And then on Saturday, we see the final result of my 5 days. If you made it to this point in the video, you may as well just press subscribe. And at least then, when my video goes up next week, you'll be able to see it. It will pop up for you in the feed. It's the start of the final day, day 5. We have weighed in at 86.8 today. So it's a 400 gram drop from yesterday, which was 87.2. To be 2.2 kilos down in only technically 4 days, because it's the start of the 5th day, that's ridiculous. Most people on an aggressive diet lose 1 kilo a week. This is the final day. It's going to go the exact same as the rest of the week. I've got all my drinks ready. We're going to literally set up the exact same way. I have had a nice coffee this morning from a shop, which again, it's a liquid. It's fine to have. It's not going to be ridiculous calories. Even though the weight's been coming down quite quickly, I'm very bloated. And I think it's because of an evening when I come home from work, I will drink a drink. Most likely, it'll be a Pepsi Max or a whole bottle of water. So then I kind of like sit there in the car driving home drinking that, go to bed, and I wake up and I feel bloated. Going to the toilet this week has been fine. I thought I would struggle a bit more on the toilet because of all liquid, if you catch my drift. But yeah, on that note, I'm gonna go about my day. Hopefully have some little bits for you, little update here and there. But that's that. is the final night. I'm back home. I can eat again tomorrow. Well, I'm going to have a nice food weekend. I'm not going to overeat. Remember, the goal is still to lose weight for the next 8 weeks. 1 week down though. So, I'm going to go up to maintenance over the weekend. I'm going to eat kind of what I want as long as within my maintenance. And then on Monday, we go again. Different challenge this time though. But yeah, I'm going to see you in the morning. Ready for the last weigh-in. Good morning, we've made it. Final day, final weigh-in. It is time for the final weigh-in. In terms of physique, I don't think there's much difference. So, you know, take that as you will. But typically, if you're on a diet within a week, you're not going to see difference. So we just go based on the scale. I should have done measurements. That's a mistake I've made that I will correct for next week. But yeah, let's go see what we're weighing. So final weight for the challenge is 86.7 kilos. We started at 89 kilos. It's a 2.3 kilo drop in only 5 days. That's a ridiculous amount of weight to lose in only 5 days. I was only drinking liquids. I was on around 1,200 calories a day. Now I did find this challenge quite easy to do. I could have liquids constantly because of 0-calorie options like Pepsi Max and water. And in terms of a diet, this is probably one of the easiest I've ever done. Buying all the protein shakes and the other drinks, it's not cheap. It does cost a fair bit to be able to do that. I was missing the actual taste and the texture of eating food. But overall, this is probably the easiest it's ever been for me to diet. So I'd give this an 8 out of 10. Well, there's week 1 done. 2.3 kilos down. 7 weeks to go. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Please like the video and subscribe to keep up to date with the coming weeks. And I'll see you next week.